Hey everybody, we're back. Happy New Year. What's up everybody? It's Talia, your creative confidence mentor. I'm here tonight. I'm going to be doing a acrylic pour painting on a large 16 by 20 inch canvas. I also have a surprise for you guys after this pour. So come on in, say hi when you come in. And I'm just going to go ahead and get the canvas set up because I didn't do that yet. It's a larger canvas, so it's going to take a little more tape than usual. So that'll give us time to allow the others to come in if anybody else is going to join us tonight. I hope you're excited because I'm excited. I can't wait to do this. One, it's going to be a much larger canvas that we're working on tonight. And the second part is this is going to be what's called a Dutch pour. Now, I've only done this once before, and I did it on a smaller canvas. But it came out nice, so I wanted to try it. I got the courage to try it on a larger canvas. And you guys get to see that happen tonight. All right. And I'm just putting the tape on the back. That way, when we pour and the paint drips off the sides, it won't go too far behind the canvas and get all messy. So we want the edges to be covered, but we don't want the back to get warped. Awesome. Hey, you guys. I'm glad that you guys show up every week because I get excited that you guys are here to watch. I'm like, Izzy and Caleb are going to be here. So I get excited. It helps me look forward to coming on live too. So thank you for joining. I'm glad you two are here. Do you have your snacks? Or do you have any snacks? All right. I hope you like black and green because those are the colors I'm going to be using tonight. Our background is going to be black. And I'm going to use gold and orange. So this pour is going to look a little different. I haven't shown any of you. I haven't done this on a video yet. Like I mentioned, I've only done this once before and it was on a small canvas. So let me go ahead and adjust this. I'm actually going to turn off this main camera and I'm just going to have it on the phone. That way you guys can watch me create. I'm going to go ahead and get the sides painted. Oh, well, we're going to get the whole canvas covered. I'm just making sure there's nothing on it. So, no snacks. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you guys, you know that I'm here. You see my face. I'm going to go ahead and remove this view. That way you guys can have a bigger view of the canvas and where we're working. Okay. All right. Let me know you can still hear me. And let me turn this here. Thumbs up, you can hear me. Thumbs down, I need to turn it. So I've already got the paint mixed. And this is the black. I've mixed it. I didn't find any that was pre-made or pre-mixed. So what I've done is I made the pour medium, which is it's basically Elmer's glue and water. So you do 60% glue, Elmer's glue, and then 40% water. And then when you mix that medium with your paint, you do half and half. So this is half of that pour medium and half of the black. And I've got a lot here because we have a huge canvas to cover. You may not see the full view. However, once we get to the actual pouring, it will be fine because it will be the center area that I want you guys to see. Get that lint on. Okay. And we're going to be using the blow dryer tonight. So it's going to be exciting. You guys get to see something different. Here we go. Black everywhere. So how have you guys been enjoying your long weekend? I like it so far. It's been raining the past 2 days, so it's been a little cloudy, but it's nice. I think I'm gonna need more than that. Actually, I'm gonna take the top off and we're just gonna dump it right on here because we need the whole canvas to be covered. That should be enough. I've probably, if this bottle was full, I've probably brought it down to about here. So we've used a good amount of paint. I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna mute the mic for a moment because I'm gonna turn the blow dryer on. This is just a regular blow dryer, as you can see. I'm actually someone who towel dries my hair, so the only time I use the blow dryer is to paint. All right, I'm gonna mute the mic for a moment, okay? Because it's gonna get loud. Paint's not really moving, so I'm gonna need to add some more. This is a huge canvas. Huge, huge canvas. I think I'm gonna get a popsicle stick to help me. Just start moving the paint. Come on. Over here. And this is gonna give us a fluid surface. That way when I do the Dutch pour, it will be able to move. So usually when I do the acrylic pour paint, we are pouring the colors we want on the canvas and then we spread it everywhere. But this time I want the whole background to be black and even. So this is what we're doing. Okay, so some places it is uneven. You can hear me scraping against the canvas. So we're gonna have to try and get that all evened out. Okay. And I'm trying to get the air bubbles out as I see them show up. I'm taking some of that paint that's already dripping off the sides and covering the edges. That way I don't have to worry about that at the end. Okay, think we're good. We're all covered. I'm just gonna let it even itself out here. Get this back covered. So this part's kind of easy. We're just making sure that our entire canvas is covered. Izzy, I love your your messages. The elbow cough. There we go. Okay. Again, just getting the air bubbles out. Air bubbles, air bubbles. If I had a torch, I would just blow across it. And that will pop all of them for us, but I don't have one yet. And it's okay. All right. Messy fingers means we're doing good. I'm just kidding. All right. So today's colors include, oops, I just covered it. This is a deep turquoise. It's kind of like a teal, maybe green kind of color. It looks a little more blue on camera. And I think I'm going to be adding in a little bit of this. This is actually aqua green. We'll just use a little tiny bit of this. And gold. All right, so what we're going to be doing is we're just making some lines across the canvas with our colors. And I think I have enough black. Okay, good. The important part is to save some of that black that we have. I'm going to shake this up. Oh, I got to take the lid off. It's a new bottle of paint, so I got to take the cover off. Give me 1 second. I've got paint everywhere. Okay. And with this, we're not going to put it into a cup. I'm going to actually put the paint directly onto what we already have here. All right, so here's our first color. I'm going to use a lot of the deep turquoise because this is the main color that I want to see on the canvas. So I'm just going straight across like this. That simple. And then I'm going to add a little turquoise in here. They're kind of similar, which is good. It's one of the same color scheme. The turquoise one looks a little more transparent. You see how it's going into the black there? That's kind of cool. Let's see how the gold looks. We're just going to use a little because I want it to be more of like a highlight. So we're just going to do one. We do more? Maybe? Yes. Just a little like that. Okay. So now, because we've got this here and I've already had the black on the canvas before, if we were to push this paint, it's going to get stuck. Think of it like water. The first surface would be like a flat, wet surface, and because we're layering this paint on it, it will get stuck because we don't have anything for it to go to. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing the black back out, and we're going to put some across the top and some right below as well on the colors that we've just laid out. And the reason why we're doing this is so that we can cover it. So you're going to see the colors disappear for a moment, and then once we bring the blow dryer out, that's when they're going to be able to do their thing. All right, so I'm going to mute the camera again. You're going to see me push the top layer of black down over the colors and then the bottom layer up over the colors. All right, and then at that point I'm going to be aiming near the center where our colors are at, and I'm going to push them up and push them down. So it's going to go quiet, but you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but it's hard for the black to move. What I'm noticing is that the black is a little bit too thick. Again, this wasn't ready mixed. I had to mix it with the medium. So what I didn't do is I didn't use enough of the medium. It's a little bit thick. But you can kind of see how the colors are mixing. So what I'm going to try and do is now we're going to try and make a shape out of this. We're going to try and blow it. That way we can get it to come up and around the rest of the black. And the black is going to be the main thing. So this gold, it's mixing really nice, by the way. But this gold and green is going to come out around. Okay, so I'm going to mute it again. We're going to try and make something out of this. All right, there we are. That's the best I could move it. You can see some of the colors here. I had to get really close to the blow dryer just for it to start moving. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna use my mouth to dry and blow some of this. Notice the paint is starting to dry up here, so that's good. My main background is good. Kind of looks like a map, huh? Or something. What does it look like to you? That's good, Caleb. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Okay. I kind of want to bring this up. Do you see how there's a black coming up? I don't know. Because this comes in. Sorry, you probably had to see my head for a moment. This is cool. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna go grab a straw. It's gonna look cooler. I probably should have started with a straw. I'm gonna try and move some of this blue and or the gold up here. Uh-oh. Got more black then. Okay, I'm gonna blow some in. That didn't really move it. I like it though. This gold over here is gonna look really cool because it got some of the black coming out through the back. And over here, there's like a thin layer coming through. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And it's gonna take up the whole thing. So I don't know if you can see. So there's the top and here's the bottom. So you see how much of the canvas it actually does take up? That's nice. I have some of this blue over here. My finger touched the side. Make it look like that didn't even happen. Just kidding. I'm gonna try and get some more blue in here because I took that black out. And I think you're gonna be able to tell that I did mess with it there. To see how everything else kind of blew out on its own. It's gonna look a little different because I put my fingers on it. And with a painting like this, if you were to get anything or like a different color in the black region, your background area that you don't want, you could actually just touch it like that and it'll sink in. It'll make the paint, in a sense, disappear. All right. This is actually pretty easy because I think the hardest part or the longest step in this is covering the entire background. And once the background's done, you pick your colors and you fit them across the canvas and then you use the blow dryer to blow them out. I'm gonna come over from this side and bring some of that in, okay? I'll be right back. This is usually the part where the artist does something and everybody else watching is like, no, you're gonna ruin it. I just wanted to give it a little bit of like the effect as if it blew out from here. So it's got that. I like it. You guys like it? Okay. So that was that. This is called the Dutch pour. And basically, there would have been more of the black. Do you see how, let me try and lift it just a little. Oh, well, I think you can see good. Do you see in this region how the black came in through with the other colors? It kind of lifted through. Same here. We would have saw more of that if my black was thinner. And, you know, we would have seen it envelope the colors. So the colors that we laid down should have been covered all the way. The bottom layer would have came up, the top layer would have came down. And then at that point, the blow dryer would have been able to push the colors out to reveal what we mixed in. But it still came out pretty nice, so I'm happy. All right, so I'm gonna move this out of the way. I have a surprise for you guys. I'm gonna show you guys something that we're gonna pour on that isn't a canvas. All right, so let me just go ahead and make some room over here. This is so big. It's gonna look so nice. I can't wait. And if I had the space, I would have did 3 canvases next to each other with that same color. Oh, that will be for another time. All right, you guys ready? It does look like a swirly map. Maybe this was before the continents all drifted apart. All right, here we go. This is what we are painting on. Ready? It's a mask. And I've chosen these colors here. So we're going to be using bright blue, turquoise, and some titanium white. So for this, we are going to need our cup. And I'm going to put some tape around the eyes on the inside. That way it doesn't leak too much. This is the same method that I did when I poured on my phone canvas. I mean, my phone canvas, on my phone case. Oh, I got to be mindful that this painting's right there and I don't stick my hand in it. Oh, you guys, I don't know if you ever do decide to paint with me and you need some of this painter's tape. I would suggest actually going to Walmart or Target and get it from the painting area, because I saw this tape today at Michael's. The same tape, the same size, the same everything. This was $2 at Walmart. It was like $10 at Michael's. So just a FYI. All right. And that's it. We're done. I'll see you guys next. No, just kidding. we're not done. We're just getting started. Okay, so here we go. I've got the eyes like this, so that way when we pour the paint, I'll be able to take this off and it won't be leaking through. All right, so move this out of the way. We're gonna get our cup. I'm just making sure there's nothing in there. You guys will actually be able to see me pour the paint into the cup. Usually you guys know my previous setup, you would only be able to see it from the side. Oops, which colors did I say I was using? Turquoise, light blue. Okay, aqua green. That was from the last painting. I'll put those aside so we don't use some of the same colors. I want this to be my main color, which is the turquoise. And we're just going to use a little bit of bright blue at the end. So I'm going to alternate between the turquoise and the white before I add some of that bright blue. And remember, when you're mixing your cup like this, the first colors that you pour into the cup will be the last colors that come out. So if you want your main color to be, or whatever you want your main color to be, that will be the one that you pour in first. Here we go. And it's a small mask, so I'm not going to worry about using too much. So this is usually what it looks like when I'm pouring the paint. See how they're making kind of a ring on top of each other? That's what we want. And this part you get to choose however you want, which colors you want, how much you want. Just be mindful of the canvas that you're going to be pouring it on, because we have a small amount. I'm probably only going to be coming up to here. For a canvas that we usually paint on, I probably go like 3/4 of the way up. One way that you'll know that your paints are too thick is if you're pouring it into the cup, you won't see those rings. It'll just sink to the bottom. And if it's too thin, it'll just mix in. They'll get muddy. Your colors will get muddy. I think I'm actually going to put another piece of tape just so that it doesn't try to leak through the eyes. Okay. All right, so here we go. And I'm actually going to start, let's see, where's the highest point? The center. Center probably is at the nose right here. So I'm just going to pour here and let it do its thing. I don't know, is this enough paint? I'm going to treat this like an 8x8. I'm going to add more paint. And you could technically do this on the mask itself. We could have poured the blue, the white, and all that from here and let it drip down. But I kind of wanted to see me do it. Okay, you ready? You guys actually get to see the whole process of the paint coming out the cup too. This is cool. And because I'm not dumping the cup on it, we're just gonna kind of watch it pour. It's kind of what size there. So maybe I need to come more center here. Look at those colors though. That looks cool, right? I'm just going up and down the mask. Look at that pattern. Okay, now I need to help it because we're losing paint. So this is what you guys usually see me doing by picking up paint off the canvas or off the side. The whole forehead didn't get covered. Yeah, we have the whole thing. So because yeah, well, it is our canvas. Our surface had weird shape or different shapes to it. It didn't pour off evenly. So we're gonna help it here. I'm just putting paint where the spaces are empty. So that way what's pouring off here, because we still have a lot of paint sitting up here. As long as I can get it to connect with the paint on the side or fill these gaps here, it'll still pour off the edges. And still pour down the side and just still make a pattern. Okay, I'm gonna mix just a little bit more and I'm gonna have to run it off the side on my own. There's still a little bit of blue in there, you see? All right, so here we go again with the turquoise, the white, and blue, bright blue. I just saw the comment about the phone canvas. white. That's okay. Let me keep it upward. Okay, I think that's enough. So I'm gonna turn this around here. Ready? I almost want to tip it the way I usually do, but it's not gonna work. So here we go. Ooh. Come on down the sides, please. That's where we need you. Oh, this is gonna be cool. Oops. This is really neat. I had seen different artists pour on like through strainers or over an object that has different points on it, and then watching it do the same thing as this. So like the pattern that we're seeing is not only just from the paint that we dumped into the cup, but the structure of this mask or the face that we're covering is also helping with those designs. Okay. See how the places where I did use my finger to cover it, by tilting it, the paint is moving on its own and it's still creating that pattern for us. This looks so cool. I like it. Move some of this paint up. Actually, I'm not gonna put it back down here. This is cooler than I expected. I definitely did not think that it was gonna come out this detailed. Look at all of those zigzags and lines. Uh-oh. Did you see what I did? I guess I get to show you guys what happens when you get paint on the canvas. So, like I mentioned, we've got the black here. I'm just gonna cover it with some more black. Like that. So it swallows up that extra paint that we got on there. So you can see this gets messy. The main thing to have is, well, I've been using trash bags as my surface and where I play. But I've actually ordered some silicone mats. And that's gonna be really cool because you see how this has created. Actually, I'm gonna leave this and I'm gonna let you guys see what happens. So I've made it a thin layer. This is our leftover paint. And because it's on a plastic bag, once it dries, I'll be able to peel it. And I'll use some of that for other things, like my junk journaling. I can stick it on there. But yeah, that was for tonight. Let me go ahead and get this back on here so you guys can see me. So I enjoyed tonight's session. Messy hands because we had some mess making fun. So yeah, so one of the main things you want to keep around, you're gonna need cups. When this dries, I will also be able to peel it and that will have a cool design. So a lot of the things that I use, I don't waste. I still use them or find other ways to use them. Some people will throw the cups away and be done with it after they're done painting, but I like to keep mine and I peel them out and I'll use them for other things. But I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. Tonight's session was kind of quick. We had a short session, 30 minutes, but that was a lot of fun. I will definitely post some pictures if you're following me on Instagram. Again, my handle is Nastacio TL, and you'll be able to see that there. Hey, Alicia, I'm glad you could join us. No forehead. Yeah, we almost didn't have a forehead cover. I actually think that by us pouring different, because I poured it once on the nose, And then I had to bring it down toward the lip area, and then we had to pour again on the forehead, and I think that gave us more pattern and zigzags on it. So definitely make sure you're following me on Instagram, and I'll be able to give you updates as it dries and what it looks like, the final results. I do have the paintings from our New Year's Eve session, and they've dried. This is what they look like. So it's the hummingbird. Oh, let me I'm sorry. I was talking away and you guys couldn't hear me. So these are finished paintings from the New Year's Eve party or the paint session. I've got the hummingbird and the dragonfly, and then I've got the butterfly here. And what I was describing about this one is that there's the purple with the gold. It looks really nice. So those have finished as well. All right. All right, you guys, I enjoyed hanging out. I hope you did too. And I'll see you guys next week. Same place, same time. Good night.